Hello students, in this class we are going to discuss about some key concepts of Jacques Derrida. As we all know that Derrida is a post-structuralist thinker, his ideas are completely different from structuralism. Actually, structuralism says that there is a structure for everything and we have to think within this structure. But according to Derrida, there is no structure or binaries for this world. So in this class, we are discussing his concepts of difference, logocentrism, phonocentrism, aporia, and everything is textual. Difference. This word difference is different from the usual word difference and deference. This word difference came from words like difference and deference or postponement of meaning. What Derrida says here is that all the written words has this concept of difference. That means the meaning of a particular word keeps on changing again and again. Meaning keeps on differing or changing. Here, post-structuralism is different from structuralism. According to structuralism, they are saying that every word has a fixed meaning, or every word leads to a fixed concept that is signified. But in post-structuralism, Derrida says that there is no fixed meaning for any word. Meaning of a word is not fixed and it continuously keeps on changing. We never get permanent or absolute meaning of a word. That's why he chose the word difference. That means it keeps on changing, differing again and again. Here, Derrida is completely against the structuralist view that every signifier leads to a signified. Structuralism says that every word has two parts, that is signifier and signified, and every signifier leads to that concept or mental concept of that is signified. When we hear the word dog, the that form of the word dog comes to our mind, and the what is coming to our mind is called that mental concept or signified. But here Derrida says that no signifier leads to another signified. Here that means when according to Derrida, when we think of a dog, some may think about a an ordinary um, village type dog, or some may think it is a Pomeranian dog, or some may think it is something different which has four legs. So the mental concept keeps on changing again and again. When we hear the word bird or hear the word flower, there are lots of varieties for a single word. So for a flower, we may, when we hear the word flower, we may think about lily. Some may think about rose. So it keeps on changing again and again. That's why Derrida says that no fixed meaning for a word. A signifier will give rise to another signifier, not a signified or a concept, because concept keeps on changing. That's why this word meaning keeps on changing. It's not fixed. So there is a chain of signifiers, no constant meaning and a signified. This is the very concept of difference. Next important concept in deconstruction is phonocentrism and logocentrism. These two concepts refers to the idea of presence of the speaker, and the presence the presence of truth. As we all know that from early period, even from the period of Aristotle and Plato, speech was, or the rhetoric was given more importance than writing. It's because they thought that in speaking there is the presence of that speaker, but in writing there is no presence of that writer or speaker. From ancient periods, speech is given more importance than writing, because in speech there is the presence of speaker, and so it is considered more authentic. So as there is the presence of a speaker, what others will assume that there is a presence of truthfulness. But in writing there is an absence of the speaker or writer. So, according to Derrida, writing means artificiality or unreliability. So, Derrida and other deconstructionist thinkers thinks that in writing there is an absence of the writer or speaker, or those who are talking about it. There is an absence of such people. So, there may be a less truth, or there may be unreliability or artificiality. So, in deconstruction, this privilege of speech over writing is called phonocentrism. Phono means sound, centricism means hearing or giving more importance to sound. Another concept in deconstructionism is logocentrism. Derrida feels that when there is the presence of speaker, truth and reliability. When we hear someone speak, we assume that there is something true in his words. Derrida calls this presence or essence of speaker as the idea of a core or center or logo. So what Derrida says here is that when there is a presence of speaker, there is the essence of a person, or there is that essence of truthfulness, and he called this idea of and he calls this idea as the presence of a core or a center or logo. So this concept is called logocentrism. In other words, we can also say that in logocentrism, people are giving more importance to reason. Another important feature in this deconstructive thinking is that nothing outside the text. This is a very important concept, because here text means language, nothing more than that, but here text refers simply to language. Here what Derrida wants to say is that without language we can't even think. The very thinking process of every person depends upon language. We cannot think without language. Everything in our life, like our beliefs, values, and about our day-to-day works, based on language, because we cannot think without language or text. This is what he is saying, that everything is textual. This is the reason why Derrida has said that everything in this world is textual. Another key concept is aporia. The meaning of aporia means puzzle, contradictory ideas, etc. Here what Derrida wants to say is that in this world is not at all